Welcome back to A Coast to Coast. If you haven't noticed, Brandon looks a little different today. I don't know what's
A little
going on.
cuter.
How's he do that? He kind of sits like this. I can't do that. Bad posture. Hi, my name is Farris. I'm with Coast to Coast Podcast and the behind the scenes normally, but Brandon's not here. So like, subscribe, share, hit all the buttons you need to because we need it.
Yes.
Need it a lot.
Hey,
What
Ferris.
is he doing? Why is he absent?
Because his parents' car that they just got out of the shop, I believe today, already broke back down doing the same thing they took it into the shop for.
Like 8 miles away from the dealership.
Yeah, so
Is it
he's
a
got to
Tesla?
go get them and pick them up, and
Is it a Tesla?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
Have y'all
Don't-
seen the problems with Tesla right now? I know we talked about it last show about the programming and stuff, but have you seen the recharging problems?
No.
I have not.
The recharging stations don't like the cold.
Oh, yeah.
Crap.
I'm not surprised.
They're
I don't
like
think
dead.
anything likes the cold.
And the other side of that is that they can't seem to get customer service with Tesla to like. It's like the only solution is take them to an actual Tesla dealership or a service center to get battery charged. But if you run out of juice and you're at a what do you call it, the plug and play thing, you got to get towed to it.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
that is nuts.
Yeah.
I've never heard of nothing like that.
I feel like
Stupid.
entrepreneurs like you and Randy with y'all snow plowing side thing, y'all ought to get like this big gas generator and go charge people up.
It only takes 15 minutes on a Tesla
Right.
supercharger, but it
I'm
might take
saying.
about 6 hours on a generator.
I mean, you can run a generator full gas, what, 8 hours, 6 hours, something like that.
Here's
Yeah.
what I don't get. This is what if I would not have one, but if I did, I would either get them to do it or I would mock it up myself. There should be
You knock it. What?
there should be mock the word.
I
Mock
thought you
up
said
something.
knock it up.
Yeah, I thought he said knock it up too.
They
I'm
should
like, wait a
have
minute.
a generator side of the thing because it's still, even though it's electric, it's still a motor, so you can still have belts on it. There should be
True. Yeah.
there should be an alternator on it, and what they need is they have two batteries and a changeover and a transfer switch. Because then, while you're driving, you're using one battery, and the alternator's charging the other one. Then, when
Oh,
the
that's
battery's
smart.
about dead, the transfer switch automatically shoves it over to the charged battery, and the alternator starts charging the dead battery. And you're always
Well-
charging and never stopping.
So apparently, the technology to recharge batteries based on what's the word I'm looking for? Rotational build of electricity through the axles and wheels and all that exists.
It
So
does.
technically, you could recharge your batteries as you're going down the road. Like you'd never.
Well, don't you remember that commercial? Like, I don't know, it was probably 10 years ago. Ford or one of the companies had that thing when you're going downhill, it charges your batteries for a
Yes.
hybrid car.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden you just didn't hear anything else about it. Like it just disappeared.
Yeah. So why? I mean, this is a loaded question. I kind of know the answer. It's the same thing with every other service that has infrastructure like power, gas, all that. If you don't have the need to service something or keep it going from I got to give an example. So you got electricity coming in your house, right? It's got to go through wires. It's got to go through substations. It's got to come from power plants, all that stuff. All that stuff needs to be maintained. Therefore, it creates jobs. It creates revenue because all these surcharges and taxes and all that stuff pays for those jobs, blah, 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 blah. If
True.
Tesla, for example, had his way and we could pull power from the atmosphere, right, through radio frequency or air frequency, you wouldn't need all that. All you would need is one tower that emits these electrical currents or whatever and power up whole city blocks without any infrastructure.
That's true.
There's no repair. You might have to repair a tower. So same thing with a electric powered car. If you create a way where you can recharge it on the run, you cut out a lot of jobs. You cut out mechanics, you cut out electrical. I mean, service fees, all that. It's a racket. It's a racket. I'm not buying an electric car ever. Sorry.
It's
Me
a
neither.
money hole.
Hybrid,
happening.
yes. like Nick was saying, if it's something that's a hybrid, yeah, that's cool. I mean, that's fine. If it's I could put actual gas in it and actually still use it, yeah, absolutely. Anyway, I just thought it was kind of funny with the whole, seeing the memes and or videos of people traveling 2 cars, one electric and one the other one's got a generator in the back, and they're charging their buddy up
Yeah.
Yeah,
150 miles from where they started to get the other 150.
Jesus.
it's crazy. 150 miles from where they started.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know
Hell,
what
why
I don't know how far they go. I mean, how far does a 9-volt battery get you these days? Who knows?
I don't know. I don't think
How
it gets you that
far double A's actually? How far? Never mind. Don't answer that.
I can't stand you.
It's all right. We don't use double A's.
Triple A's? That small? Really?
Probably D batteries.
Golly.
Wow.
That's giving
God.
that's
No,
giving it a
that's
little
a
too much
hybrid.
credit.
If it's got a D
Yeah.
battery, it's got a 2-stroke motor somewhere on it too.
Well, it's definitely 2-stroke if you're looking at what I'm just saying.
We're talking about weed eaters, y'all.
Yeah.
I love weed eaters.
Weed eaters.
I
Anyway,
love my weed
Yeah.
eater.
how was your day, Nick?
It was a day.
A day?
I got some things done.
Yes, you did.
Yes, I
I
did.
was a small part of that.
Yes,
Ashley
you
was,
were.
Randy was. We all were.
Do
some extent.
we want to mention that yet or no?
That we've got something pretty cool in the works that if you're a card carrying Smule vocalist, you're gonna like it a lot, I think.
Yeah.
I hope.
It's
I
gonna be
like
cool.
the idea.
We're working it out.
Yeah. More to come.
Much more to come.
Good.
And then even after that, there's some even bigger things. So y'all got to
So-
pay
so-
attention.
Beard or no beard? What do y'all I know Nick's one. I don't need Nick's opinion, but
Beard.
You don't need my opinion.
Yeah.
Weird.
so
I
y'all know
love
the
beards.
story. Y'all know Nancy's viewpoint on it. She doesn't like my
Yeah.
wife, Nancy doesn't like the beard stuff, but she's actually said, at this point it's soft. So she's good to go. It's just the transition period from stubble to prickly to cut her face to
Are you liking your beard grooming materials you bought?
I do, man. I do. I invested in my beard. I actually went and spent $30, $40, and
You got the oils and
I got all
everything.
that. I haven't got the
Oh.
wooden the what is it? Bourbon scented wooden comb to go with it. Because every time I do, like,
snap.
I smell that bourbon.
Oh,
I wonder how long. I wonder how long your beard can get.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. The last time I grew it out, it was longer than it is now. So I'm going. Nancy will be back in about 3.5 weeks, and I'm going that far, and then we'll see where it's at from there. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I can.
Mine
grow it
gets
as
just a
long as
little bit
yours.
more than this because I usually trim it back to get up that end, but it won't go any further. At least it hasn't yet. I don't know why.
Randy's grows out, not down.
This
So
way.
whoa.
Yes, it's like Afro beard.
Wait, is that the
Just
circumference
bright
conversation
red.
again?
It
What's
takes a
your
little bit for my
circumference?
beard to grow out.
Sure,
That's my problem.
well,
I didn't. Okay, so I literally didn't know anything about beard care, like actual beard care. So I mean,
What's up,
typically I would have
Whiskey?
like a Fu Manchu, or maybe I'll do like line on my cheek line, I mean jawline or whatever for years, and just kind of do that. It wasn't much. I'd keep it really short, like a more than a 5 o'clock shadow. That's kind of how, and then I'd shave it off again. So I had to get down that rabbit hole with YouTube and try to look at. I was looking for products. Like, okay, what's the best products out there? I don't want to spend like $200 on expensive Paul Mitchell stuff or anything like that. I'm not all about that. Just something that's gonna make it, softer or whatever. And I found some stuff. And I got it at Walmart. I mean, it was, why not? Walk in there with flip flops and shorts in the middle of winter and buy some beard stuff.
Man,
Y'all know y'all are right across the street from one. It's like playground for y'all.
Yeah. We
Well,
used
but
to
I
be
did my-
across the street directly. Like she could see my yellow safety like shirts and my sweatshirts and stuff just from our front porch. She'd just be waving. She'd be like, "Haha, I see you." I'm like, what the hell do you mean you see me? And she's like, "You're the only
Stalker.
person in the parking lot wearing it." I'm like, "Yeah, I think so."
Stalker. Did
highlighter.
you get my Funyuns? I don't see no Funyuns in that basket. You make the check back in there. Get some Funyuns.
right. Where's my
But yeah,
cake?
I ran across a video that was like tips of growing a beard. And this guy's like, these are like the 5 things I wish I knew before I grew one. And he had like the thick, fake looking, like perfect beard, right? Just
Yeah, those people like that, they're doing.
I mean, I'm
something
like you, Nick. I've got straight
Moose.
hair. I don't have the chia on my chin. I don't know how they do that. That's whatever. It must be something in their genetics. Anyway, one of the things he said that I didn't know, I knew kind of some other stuff he was saying, but the main thing was you want to go like, I forget what he calls, it's not your jawline, but it's like your, I think he called it your face line or whatever. It's like, it's where your neck and your, I don't know what that's called, but right there, you want to grow it. And I didn't do that. I was kind of like right under my chin. I'm like, well, that makes sense because when it grows out like Nick's, you don't want to like pull it up and you've got all this like bald there.
Well,
so I'm letting
actually,
that grow out too.
You got to be careful. I let mine because depending on how yours grows, I did that. Like I kept it upper closer so it wasn't on my neck under here, but then my beard looked thin.
That's what he was getting at. I mean, he didn't know that at first. It does look thin. It makes it look like it's kind of like you're wearing a skirt on your face. You know, so it made sense to me. So I didn't know that. So I'm learning as I go. I mean, I will see. I mean, what I don't want is to end up like you, my friend, where
What
I will
the
not,
hell is
like, I
that
will
supposed
not,
to mean?
not the way you look, but the way your mentality is with the beard. I will not shave it. I will die before I shave my beard. I don't want anybody to hold me back like that.
I'm touching
You
my
know?
beard, man. Leave it.
Don't touch my beard. So anyway, yeah. That's
Hey, Farris.
Hey,
Whiskey's watching us on TikTok.
Hey, I don't even have TikTok on. I probably should go into that.
Hey, Whiskey.
What
Whiskey.
Uh-huh. Why didn't you call yourself Bourbon?
Right.
Bourbon's the fancier whiskey.
Oh, my niece liked the video of mine. Check that out. I don't know what video it was. What?
ADHD. Squirrel.
Stay out of your data. Oh, look, a butterfly person.
I'm trying to do my job and pull. Look, Nick shared alive. Look at that.
He said, I
Whiskey.
do
I
love
do love
bourbon.
What is that? The whiskey ain't working anymore. It's an age thing. We feel you, buddy.
I'm not there yet.
You don't have to worry about the problem I was talking about.
Oh.
Or do you?
Maybe.
I got some Johnny Walker. Oh, what is it called? Starts with an S. It's a Scotch, but it's not Johnny Walker Red or Green. It's Swing. Comes in a fancy box. I got 2 of them from that estate sale too. And the dude, last estate sale we did, the dude's mom passed away. She owned 2 liquor stores. So she had all these cool, fancy decanters and stuff and all tons of liquors and whatnot. But we can't sell liquor at the estate sale. Technically in New York, if it's somebody bought it and it's not a resale, we technically can. But the franchisee
What if you were to
does
like offer it for free and ask for donations?
Yeah, I don't know how that works. The franchise people don't want us doing this shit. So
for donations, we get
got
this free
2 of the
bottle of
damn
liquor.
scotches, man.
There's always a way around it.
What do you think, Whiskey? Would you try the Johnny Walker Scotch? Have you ever tried it? 4 Roses bourbon. That's what I drink, man. The small batch.
Yeah, but y'all are Yankees, so.
And Woodford Reserves is pretty good too.
I do not like Woodford.
You don't like
bourbon's
Woodford?
made in a chicken house
don't.
behind Papaw's, farm. That's where our bourbon's made. We don't buy the $100 stuff. Not really.
Farris.
I don't buy any $100 or anything. As long as it tastes good, I'm all right.
What the? Farris, any new news on anything good over there?
On my end of the world?
Yeah.
Got a warm front today.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Bastard.
It went from
how warm?
It went from 20s to, I think the high today got to 58.
Oh my gosh.
I think
Yeah,
our
should have
head is
gotten
like
a pool.
25.
Yep. But the thing is, when that happens down here, the whole next week is like a monsoon.
What do you mean, rain?
I can see it.
Oh yeah, it's going to be raining the next like 8-9 days. 60, 70, 80%.
So ain't there a point in the year every year that Louisiana gets like massive rain? I remember watching Duck Dynasty and they were always waiting for it to fill up their
Used
Land
to, but
immersive.
this last summer we got in such a big deficit that like it's affecting crawfish farms right now. Like
Oh,
their
yeah.
yield
Really?
is horrible.
Jeez.
The prices are going to be stupid.
figures.
And it's not the farmer's fault. It's just at first it was that the drought kind of going on spring, summer, even into October. And then now the temperature, the drop has, I mean, you don't have the water in the ponds built up enough. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but if you can't sustain the water to grow the crawfish through the later parts of summer and then into fall, and then you have these cold snaps that are below freezing, you have no yield come last part of January to February, which is
Makes
when they
sense.
go into season. So
Poor
yeah, it's
Farris
gonna
has got to
it's
pay
gonna
out
be
the ass
bad.
for his crawfishies.
I mean, it'd be cheaper to buy a gallon of gas at this rate, than crawfish.
My
Pound of
bugs.
crawfish.
Hey, Sammy Joe. Hello. Sammy Joe
Sammy
in the
Joe, what
house.
you know?
Sammy Joe was supposed to be with
That's
us
right.
today, and now we're all brokenhearted
Sammy!
because she couldn't make it. She's like, you know, I really don't want to hang out with him. I'll just tell him I can't get off of work.
That's what she said. Yeah. Maybe she knew that Alex got the feeling as a host, and he's like, "Hell no, he ain't got no charisma. We don't mesh well."
Sammy is just getting home. Get ready. Let's Get Vocal Music Broadcast. Featuring you and your music videos your way. We also want to play your creative custom music videos. LGV Music Broadcast. Coming soon. Watch for us. Well, I hope your work wasn't too harsh on you.
Yeah, she works her butt off.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Hmm. You might. Oh, I won't go there. So, just real quick, people watch next week because don't we have a Let's Get Vocal guest back again?
We have a guest, but I don't think she's ever been on the show.
Well, I don't mean back again. But I'm saying
You
we're
said
going
back
to do.
again.
I
like,
meant Let's Get Vocal editions can be back again. Is what I meant.
we have one on retainer. We'll see what happens.
Oh,
Well, actually, Ashley has one on retainer. She did all the legwork on that one. So
I don't have a retainer. I never had my teeth fixed.
I can't with you two.
Whiskey's
You're
got the
stupid.
flu. Why does everybody got to be sick all the time?
does that mean Bourbon has COVID? Speaking of COVID,
Oh boy.
so my youngest had been sick for 8 days straight with up and down fever. And yesterday got to a point like, okay, well, I'm gonna take off today, Thursday, and if he's feeling better, fever's whatever, he's going back to school, but I'm gonna hang around in case I have to go take him to the doctor again or whatever. So he went to school, he was fine, so hopefully it's okay. Well, when I talked to the doctor, it's like, yeah, he may have COVID. I'm like, great. All right,
Who?
cool. Now I get
I
to
missed-
miss 3 days of work. No, Owen.
Oh,
The fact that he was just lazing around was, not. I mean, dude, y'all have all heard Owen in the background, okay? And when he's active, he's active. And when he's sick, he's not. He may be nonverbal, but you can definitely tell when he's sick.
so he's got it now. You're saying?
He's better now. He started getting better yesterday. We checked his temp at least 5 or 6 times a day, just kind of keep up with it, see where he's at. Because at one point he was 102 early on. So
How the heck did
I
he
ended
get
up
it?
taking him and his brother to the quick care or whatever and get looked at. And they didn't seem to be overly concerned that early in the game. Which is surprising to me because where were we this time 2 years ago? If you took a kid to the doctor, or even you went to the doctor yourself, where were we? You don't have to answer that. Just think about it. And then we get up there and everything's like, oh, I'll be fine. Alternate Motrin, Tylenol or ibuprofen, whatever. They'll be fine in 3 days, 2 days. Oh, okay.
That's what they're talking about for somebody who has COVID.
Well, no, the symptoms. Like you go in now,
just
and
the
you have
symptoms.
you have symptoms that are reminiscent of COVID, what it was before, where you went to a doctor. Are you okay, Nick? Were you around the last couple of years?
Mm-hmm. I'm just
Okay, just
focused
checking.
on
All right,
3
so
different places.
He's lost.
yeah, like you went to a doctor back then, and they're like, "Nope, you got to wear a mask. You got to call 5 days
That's what I'm
ahead. You
saying.
gotta,
That's where I'm getting. That's what
nothing. Like we went in, they kind of checked them over, checked their ears, checked their mouth, all that stuff, and typed in the symptoms we said they had, and okay, well, Owen can't take talking medicine, oral medicine. He just doesn't.
talking medicine.
Being autistic, it's a texture thing. He can't do it. He will throw it back up. Right.
I
So
get it.
the only option is really a shot, and they didn't want to give him that because it didn't seem that big of a deal based on the symptoms. But the symptoms they had, him and his brother, who is 16, could have been flu or COVID, maybe even strep, but they didn't have any signs of strep. So it was either one or the two. Anyway, I just found it odd that they wanted to do a PCR test on them. And because of Owen mainly, I said, there's no way you do that to him. I mean, he may be only 6, but he'll murder you. He will put his whole fist in your eyeball. I'm telling you. Ears, no, anything like you just don't mess with it, Anyway, and the nurse like, no, it's cool. If they still feel, this way in about a week, then we may have to do something. I said, okay, cool, I get that. But they were like, hey, it's cool. Give him some
It's
whiskey.
not a big deal anymore.
Put him to bed.
I don't think it's affecting people bad anymore.
Well, that's kind of my point. It's like eventually the population got immune to it,
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, everybody adapted to it, and now they
Or they just stopped caring. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, stupid Karen.
Freaking Karen. Always got a Karen.
He went back to school today. I didn't get any kind of notes from school that he was feeling any kind of way. So
Sammy Joe said antibodies.
There you go. That's the word.
I really do have an antibody. People look at me and they're like, "Ugh."
Me too. Anti everything comes to mind.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
stick up on the mirror.
I've shared my podcast with a couple of new people that are outside of everything. They're just people that I've been working with the last few days. And they were like, that's a great show. You guys are so professional. That's a great show. Thank you to Dave and Patty.
You shared the right one?
Compliments.
Yeah, I was about to say. I didn't think
Did they listen
right
to the right?
I mean, thanks. Appreciate it.
Well, Patty,
awesome.
I told her about it, and her husband's a dad joke person, so I told her we did a whole episode on dad jokes. So I sent that to her.
Yeah.
We only want the roll of the eye, not the laughter.
Yeah.
Job done. Hey, you said something about the estate sale stuff. So you got the drone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you get the link that I sent you a couple of days ago?
Oh, my charger's supposed to come in today. I forgot about that. I have the charger so I can test the drone.
Me.
No, I didn't. I just when you said that, I remember.
And you talk about me going squirrel. No, come on, man. You got squirrels hiding that beard. That's what keeps you distracted. Look, did you look at the link that I sent you? He's not. What is he doing? Hello.
I'm listening to you. If I look at the link that you
don't have to do it right now. I'm asking if you did it.
My master gave me this color so I could talk to you with squirrel.
Okay. All right. For those that aren't going to listen to or watch this link. So basically, in the drone.
I did not get the link, Farris.
I sent it to you.
Where'd you send it to?
I don't remember now. Now we're doing a podcast. Moving on. But so basically, there's it's 51 Drones is the creator on YouTube that I sent you. It's a video he did. Okay, I'm gonna give credit to him. He covers anything from drone operation to drone recommendations based on price and functionality, blah 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 blah. So everything drones he deals with. Mostly recreational because that's the bigger market. There's a commercial and a it's commercial, and my brain's not working right now. and then like police and fire and government and all that stuff. So there's 3 different markets really for drone piloting, owning. And because you own 2 now, it's pertinent for you to know that at least in the commercial and the other one, the world of that, they are basically banning DJI brand drones because they're made in China. Also with Altel as well. So anything
crap.
made in China, they want to ban on the commercial side. Now, it's not the residential yet, which is what you fall under, right? Residential pilot, whatever. Also, me, I'm not commercial because I personally don't. Well, I'll leave it at that. Anyway, I don't really. It doesn't really bother me because I don't own a drone right now.
Okay.
I personally don't own a drone. So, and they're not. It hadn't gone through yet, but they're trying to push the bill to it. And the reason is there is a Skyon, or Sky. I can't remember the name of the drone, or something like that. It's American made drone, but they only do like the government type stuff. They only do the commercial and government stuff. They've gotten away from their whole line of recreational drones. So it's believed that at least on the recreation side, DJI will still be able to sell drones in the United States because of that. Like there's nobody else to do it really but them. There are other drone makers, but you see a lot of these drones being advertised.
I don't understand why that is.
Dude, it's lobbying. American company didn't want competition, so they lobbied the government to create this bill. That's just how the government works. That's how politics work. Period. I mean,
Yeah, makes sense.
What is it like? There's like 10 lobbyists to every politician in DC right now. I mean, that system's broke, like dead, gone. I mean, that needs to be fixed. Anyway, regardless, that's what the link was, what the video was all about. I was kind of letting you know, hey, this may be coming down the pipeline. You know, you need to stay up on the laws that are changing. And you being in the state of New York, dude, you got to have the laws and FFA rules and regulations like plastered all over your walls in your house. They come out. Yeah.
I just put on my invisibility cloak when they try to find me.
Those actually exist. They're pretty cool.
Yeah. I could do it right now, but I don't
I
want
was
to.
like, he has one on his chair.
He could do it right now. Absolutely. Yep.
Well,
Night whiskey.
Night
you already
whiskey.
gone.
That was may have been like several minutes ago. I don't know.
Yeah, you go.
He might have already dozed off. I don't know. Anyway, now that we're all asleep, Ashley, Randy, what y'all do today productive?
Anything?
I built a snowman. A couple places. Just left it there. You know what I mean? Took
Was
some
he doing a
carrots out
handstand?
there. No, he wasn't.
Oh, okay.
But took some carrots out
People
there
in
that
the
I got
audience
hungry, so I just ate it.
People in the
like
audience
that.
are going to think about that one in 20 minutes.
Hey, Owen.
Well,
What did your snowman do today? He did a handstand. What?
Owen, what up?
My kids
Owen,
went back to school, so I chilled.
Owen, what'd you do about the laptop issue?
Put it on his lap.
He pulled a Farris. He was messaging me, asking me about laptops. Told him what to get, but I don't know if he listened.
I've never messaged you about my laptop.
No,
I'll take it back. I messaged you about my laptop before I had my laptop.
That's what I'm saying. You asked me to help you find a good laptop.
That's what he did with him.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you. I thought you were like after, like post having a laptop.
Let me know how it goes. Oh.
What kind of laptop is he getting? Like gaming?
Wow.
Huh? No,
Is he
for
for
doing photography and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that ain't bad.
Well, you use an iPad for that.
That's true.
I mean,
no.
Yes.
You can.
Absolutely.
No, not real
Android
photography.
Weirdo.
Yeah. Android man.
Yeah, Android weird low.
Listen.
Why'd you sound like Luke? Oh,
I'm
gosh.
getting sick and tired of going over why Android's better all the time.
You don't have to cover that. We're just picking on you. Just take it like a man. Bend over, Nick.
Not better.
At least give me the reach around.
Oh,
Did I just go to the butt stuff before he did? Wow.
Buttstuff.com.
I have been on this show way too long. Wow. So
That's funny.
You know, I sometimes I just don't know about you, my friend.
this is why I'm usually not on camera. This is why I stay behind the curtain.
Oh, last season you were on quite a bit with me because Brandon was never making it.
Yeah, this is the first time
Don't
I've done it in a
pay
while.
attention to the man behind the curtain.
Ugh,
This
so
curtain,
No.
you can't even see.
Not over there. Not over there. No.
Don't look over there now.
Bark, bark.
topic of today is figure it
Whatever
out
I
because
think of on the
Brandon
spot.
dropped off at the last second. This is all just a mishmash,
Yeah.
making something work.
And in the past, you would have texted me that and said, well, Brandon can't make it. And I'll be like, so no podcast. And you'd be like, I guess. And then we do no podcast. Tonight, I was like, send me the background. We're doing this. We're not postponing it.
So if Sammy Joe would have made it, did you have a plan? Or was it
Absolutely. Yes.
why do I think you're just saying that?
Man,
Absolutely.
I had a plan whether she was scheduled or not for the podcast.
Well, then what was the plan?
It doesn't matter. She's not on here now. I don't want to ruin it. She
You
will
just-
eventually come on and I'll have to enact that plan.
You said you had a plan whether she came on or not.
Yeah, to get on the podcast. That was the plan. I'm here. What do you want from me? And I was like 150,000% into it. Like, Brandon's not here. Cool. I'll take his place. Whatever. I
I'm
don't like
proud
doing
of you.
video, but
I'm proud of you.
and I'm here. And I even got the background from you, which I didn't have prior because I never expect to get on live. And
You
I've got
need
my
to get
green
used
screen
to
up,
it
which I'm not even
because
using.
you might be doing something special. Hey,
I'm not using a green screen. You want to see what the green screen looks like?
Oh my
You
god!
already did. Check this out. It's crazy. It's like I totally disappear. Like, gone.
As long as you remember how to
It's not
fix
doing it this time. Look, see, now it's working. You can see my mic. Look, now you see
Halfway
it.
working.
No,
You
you
just need
don't.
a little bit more light.
See it? No, you don't. It's
it.
like you can't hear me. Now you can hear me because the mic's on. It's freaking crazy.
so
I mean, I can do
stupid.
it all the time. Okay, I'm done.
You do that very well.
I mean, it doesn't take much.
I mean,
Just pay attention when it disappears and just.
I'd mess it up.
No, you wouldn't. You do great. You do great.
Oh,
Do we want to give some recognition to the obscene monetary gifts we get monthly for no reason at all? I think it's a pity gift to help with the show.
well, you could if you would like.
Is this what it feels like? Is this it right here? Where it's like, what do you mean I could if I like? I mean, I segued, right? I opened a door so you could say, our sponsor, Mommy Bay. And then
Well,
the rest of it.
I was hoping that you would show that you're better than Brandon. Because when I said, yeah, go for it, he was
Okay.
like,
Wait a minute. Hold on. This isn't a competition. I'm
Yes.
here to fill in. You're the actual
Competition.
host, right? So just
Here,
do your
no,
thing.
I'm trying. Yeah, I was hoping that I go with you and you just nail it.
Wow. Well, we just so happen to have the owner, CEO, CFO, and top dog, Ashley. No, I mean Randy.
CEO,
Yes!
CFO, and SOB of Mommy Bay.
Randy?
Yeah.
What can you tell the listeners, viewers, watchers, subscribers, people that really don't care but they're watching for some reason about your awesome service you offer in your area?
Well, we treat all of our customers like they're our own yards. So if we wouldn't do it to our own, we won't do it to yours. And we try to give you the best quality service that, we can really offer. At that point, we try to make you as happy as can be and try to give it that little bit of a personal touch that most of the other companies forget about. But yeah, no, we try to make it as nice as we can for the people that pay us to, really take that extra time and make it special for them. It's not just like any of the other companies. You just call us, we just show up, we just do it, we send you a bill. We try to make it more personal for everybody, which really makes it more of a grandma, grandpa kind of old fashioned store, small business kind of feel. We try to make it personalized.
Nice.
And that's Mommy Bay, and they kick grass and blow snow.
Or blow
Ooh,
snow
I
and kick
love
grass.
that.
I mean, blow grass and kick snow. That's
Yeah,
what
I
we
mean,
do.
reverse. Whatever. Do a Willy Wonka on it. Scratch that, reverse that, flip that. There you go. Depending on the
Hold my
customer
hat.
base you're looking for.
Hold
There
my
you go.
hat.
No, they do a great job. I don't live anywhere close to them, but I know this fella and this fabulous lady that supports him. And they're good people, so I gotta believe they're full of integrity, and they're gonna do it right. Or
I'd love to meet this lady that supports him.
wow,
Little Debbie.
Little Debbie.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm
we might
just
have to
kidding.
end up doing shows on marriage and couples counseling after that, Nick. Just saying.
Well.
I'm gonna let you counsel them.
Oh,
Oh, that
Ooh.
should
Going
be
back.
fun.
I'm going back behind the
That-
counter.
that could actually be a really good thing to put
It
on your
could.
couples counseling with Coast to Coast. Your host, Nick Fair.
Hey, okay, so can we off topic a little bit? Nick, can you straighten your shirt out for me, please?
It keeps twisting. It drives me nuts.
Been bothering me for what? How long we been on here?
It's
30
bothering me. It
minutes.
keep's doing it every time I turn
But
around.
I
it's
tell you what, why don't we
twisted
go to a
again.
commercial and then you can change it or something.
No, we're good.
Put a non-print on.
You said trained or something.
I can't.
Wow.
Farris? Man.
I'm constantly looking at mine. I'm like, okay, my neck keeps going down. Okay, do this, and I got no arms, just like thin. Now I see what Brandon goes. The camera takes weight off. That's what it is.
The camera, it used to be the camera puts weight on. Now it's taking it off.
I don't know. I think either that or I'm just weak
No,
right now.
it puts on for me.
Okay.
At least I don't have boobs and it goes to like one boob.
True.
That's true.
Speaking of weight gain, loss, and all that fantastic stuff, anybody that had resolutions doing good on them? Because I'm about 50%.
I'm going
I didn't
18
even
days
do a
without soda.
resolution.
Hey,
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's a
I-
big thing for me. I was drinking like a 12-pack a day.
so far
That's not
Ashley's the
good.
winner.
You've got to drink water, man.
Well, and
Well,
that's the thing too, is she was bad about it. Like I'd bring a 12-pack home and it'd just be gone.
That ain't good.
Yeah, I
topic
kept
for-
telling them that soda has water in it, carbonated water. I'd read it off to them, and I'm like, it has water. And then, but I feel so much better. It's only been 18 days, so
Where
okay.
is Sammy Joe to explain to you how bad that is?
You know what? Yeah.
So there's a
Listen,
question in the chat about what the topic is today. Owen, we're looking
Owen's-
for suggestions.
Owen said he failed the first day.
hey, is he?
Till the
Is
first
he still
hour.
in here? Jamie, you
so.
still in here? We're ignoring you. I didn't see anything.
Who? Who are you talking about?
Jamie.
I don't think Jamie's in there. I don't know if Owen's in there anymore. Anyway, so yeah, I've made some accomplishments and sustainability on them, but some of them I have not.
Makes
That's all I'm
sense.
saying. I'm not saying what specifics.
Oh, you're not
No.
going to tell us?
I don't need Nick giving me a hard time on the show more than he already does.
Ferris,
Nicholas,
behave. Got any new dad jokes, Ferris? Got a new dad? What a dad joke? We should start doing dad jokes.
Yeah,
of
I'm
the
not a
day.
beekeeper. Why are you telling me to behave?
God. I want to hear a dad joke.
Yes, for it.
Dad jokes
I don't-
with Ferris.
I don't want to have to look them up on my
Hey,
phone.
I got one for you.
I can't remember
What-
anything.
What's got 5 toes and isn't your foot?
5 toes and isn't your foot?
See, when I know the answer to these things, I don't want to answer them because it's not. It like takes away from it.
I know he told me this the other day.
I have no.
Since
my
Nick's the
foot.
only one that doesn't. There you go. See, his foot.
My God.
So
Damn! It took him
stupid.
4.5 seconds to get that.
Dude, Chris.
I love it. I love it.
What's got 5 toes and isn't your foot? My foot, of course.
Owen's got
duh.
one. He says, "Don't trust atoms. They make up everything."
It's actually pretty good.
Good Lord. Yeah, I can't. So it's a little secret. I love dad jokes. Love telling them. I do it all the time, but typically I have to go back to my notes. I can't remember them. I don't know why that is, but
Hmm.
they don't come to me like like it should.
All the dad jokes, but you can't remember any. What is it? Because you
Nope.
too
And
many?
that's like lyrics and songs. I can't do that either. I can't remember. Depends on the song. I can probably remember all the lyrics, but typically,
I'm usually pretty darn good with lyrics.
no.
I
not
still
me.
have to read them because I'll mess them up.
And Smule's messing me up because it's making me worse. It's a crutch. It's right there in
Yeah.
front of you. I'm singing. So it's like, I'll never have to memorize this. It's right here.
It's true.
It's like the whole cell phone thing is definitely a hindrance on humanity.
I could see that.
What's the world going to be like when not if, when we can't Google something or spell check something? I will open up a text to my wife all the time. Her mainly because if I do send it on accident, she won't think I'm a total idiot. She already knows I am. Just to check a spelling of a word before I send it.
I
to
do
her.
that too.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
I mean, there might be an app for that actually, but I'm not doing that. I'd rather just open up text.
I'd say for as smart of a person as I am very stupid when it comes to spelling and reading. I don't know what it is, but I don't take the time to read it or spell it properly or something. I don't know.
Oh, he's the funniest when he goes to start reading because I'm like, what did you just say? What was it the other day? You said it was the word smite.
Oh, I
But
said
I don't-
smit.
Smith the song. Okay, I'll send it in just a minute.
Smit it. Smit that smit.
Yeah, talking is
Yeah.
a pain in the ass.
Is there
Yeah.
a word that like a one word that really irks y'all when somebody shortens it up? Like what I just said, submitted to smit. Like you just quickly said. Is there any word that just really gets you when somebody does that?
Brandon doesn't like monotonous.
Well, that's an actual. I'm talking about when you take a word.
shorten
that-
it.
Like for example, do you want to? In the South, it's you want to.
Y'all too. Yeah.
Y'all too?
Y'all
Hey,
too.
y'all
something
ever
like
heard
that.
of y'all too?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
want to?
Y'all too.
I don't know. I think that's what I talk like, so I don't think it bothers
It is,
me.
And that's why I ask, because typically all of us are like, we're cool. That's fine. Doesn't bother me. I mean, you think
We're
about
cool.
it,
What's
Southerners are
up?
really smart. We're efficient. Why say all the syllables when we can still get the same point across?
Exactly.
That's true.
Get on out of here. And they leave.
Mayonnaise, a lot of people here.
Kids on the grass, unwanted Jehovah Witnesses, dogs, they go. They're not going to stay on your yard. Get on out of here. There's
That's
something
right.
about that.
Well,
In the South, you could have a neighbor that's 95 years old and feeble as hell walking around with a cane or a walker. And if their dog's going to his yard, it will be the depths of the devil's own voice saying, get on out of here. You leave too.
yeah.
You leave the county.
Here
It's
comes
crazy.
that snow.
Well, Farris, you
That's the
never
third time
answered
you've said it
me
directly.
about why you're in a group called Texans Only.
Here we go again.
TexasOnly.com.
Yeah.
It's not just for Texans anymore.
That's almost like being in the farmers only kind of thing.
There are so for people that have no idea what he's asking me this about, but there are chat groups born from the Smule app, which is a internet online karaoke app, and they go to the Line app, like all of us do, to actually chat and hang out or whatever. So there was a couple of folks from Texas that decided, hey, there are so many people on Smule from Texas. Let's just create our own if you were born in Texas at least group and chat and whatever, be a Texas group. Technically, I was born from in Texas, but I've been in Louisiana for 36 years now. So I mean,
But you're only 28.
Oh,
Hmm.
no, I'm not.
how dare you?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of those groups.
Yeah. So that's basically all. And I don't really chat in there as much as I should. It's kind of an afterthought because I got so much everything, other groups going on.
Yeah, makes sense though.
I've got the stuff that I have obligations in, the groups that I have responsibilities in. I've got those pinned at the top because I need to know what's going on, all that stuff. The rest of them, I just, I can see the notifications that I have, and it's like, oh well, I'll get to it. If I don't get to it, then I'll just hit read all and move on the next day.
Wait, there's a button you can read all?
You don't know this?
Really?
No.
Oh my god! You didn't
I
know
go
either?
through
Nick?
each one and clear them out.
No. Okay, so at the
Oh.
never mind.
He's like,
Get with me later.
no.
Yeah,
Get me-
yeah, I'll get
let
you.
me- I'll be here all week. Follow me for more tips on pissing people off in chat rooms.
Bow, 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 bow.
I can get it done. Now I'm gonna have people watch this say, "Do you do that with our group?" No, I read what you say. I back read completely.
Now I just don't believe him.
Oh, and by the way, there's also a way to search. There's a way to search your own name, like when they do a tag all. That's kind of annoying. You do a
I
tag all,
have seen that, yeah.
You search your own name, and it will give you the last entries for. So I think it goes back like 3 weeks. It'll give you all the entries that, or all the postings in the chat that had your name in it.
That I knew.
Yeah, I've seen
Damn.
that.
So you can make back read a whole lot easier.
That is annoying when you got a lot of people and you're like, dang, I'm tagged and I can't find it.
I
Hey,
mean, I don't
Farris,
mind. I don't mind it if I need to know what's going on. If it's a group thing.
I remember that I'm not even an iPhone user, and I had to tell you how to bookmark songs on Smule.
That's true. I never knew how to bookmark them. I knew that you could do it, but I never. Look, I really didn't care about it, but it was cool. It was cool, and I've used it since you told me a couple times.
Well,
Maybe 3 or 4.
Well, I just bookmark them and never seen them because I forget still.
Yeah.
I do the same thing. I'll find a bunch that I really like and I'll bookmark them and be like, oh crap, that expired like a week ago. Whoops.
Yep.
I would like to share.
All right. So real quick, when's the last time you actually saved a song on Smule? Go in the room. Ready, Nick? Go.
The last time I saved a song?
Yeah, don't repeat myself so you can think about an answer. Just answer.
I'm trying to understand. What do you mean save a song?
The last time you saved a song, whether it was a join or you opened it. When was
Oh,
the last time?
I didn't know if you were going back to the bookmark thing. The last time I sang.
When? What?
I always save my songs.
Give me an estimated amount of days ago. I'm gonna guess. It was 4 days ago.
Last time I did a song?
Yeah.
No.
That would be Sunday.
No, the last one he did was that Chris Stapleton song.
No.
No? Dang it. I lose too.
I'm gonna say 4 days ago because that was about the time maybe it was before that you submitted songs to my show. Was that the last time you sang something and saved it?
Last time was a week ago.
A week ago. Oh, that was a little farther than I thought. Okay. Randy, go.
Okay. Like 2 months ago.
Ashley?
I was 3 or 4 days ago. It was your song.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I think I'm about 3 to 4 weeks ago. I'm not really sure exactly, but somewhere in there.
I was sick for like a month straight, so I was like,
yeah.
You know who I was adding us and like following people with the new Coast to Coast Mule account? And I went to follow Mary's, and do you know that she's actually been singing?
Mary has?
what?
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
I take that back. I actually joined a couple of birthday songs, so I'm sorry. It was like 2 weeks ago, I guess. A little over 2 weeks.
By the way, we're gonna quickly say, hey, Appalooser on TikTok. That's Jamie in the C2T podcast group. He's watching us
Hey,
live.
Jamie.
What's up, Jamie?
Welcome, Tasha B. Stick around. We're absolutely stupid tonight.
Yes, we have a missing host because
We have a guest host tonight. Well, y'all have a guest host tonight. Me. A fill-in. I'm not a
Doing great.
guest. I'm not a guest. I'm a fill-in host. And that makes it seem cheap.
Just an update on Brandon. The tow truck just got there to get his parents' car.
Did he bring jumper cables?
Something tells me it's a little worse than just jumping cables.
Did he bring a big old plug?
You don't have a Farris. Oh,
making
that
up.
reminds me. Talk
Oh.
about the Teslas. Remember we had that conversation? What was it, last week?
Yeah.
And I said I've only seen white Teslas around here.
You saw a pink one.
I seen
A
a
red
gray
one.
one. Right after we had that conversation, the next day we went to Home Depot or something, and we pulled right up to a gray one. I was like,
Yeah, and I remember you said, I love the gray. And then you saw one. You manifested it to happen. Now do that
how
with
do you come up with
$3
these
million
things?
in the lottery.
Right.
You do that a lot, though. You do a lot of manifestation. Like it's like a week or two later, that will come back up, and you're like, oh, it happened. I dreamed it. It happened.
It does
Or
happen.
somebody else did this, and we were just talking about that.
It does. Yeah.
But you
that
mainly
does
do
happen.
it with Brandon, and it's kind of scary.
Yeah. I do it a lot frequently
It's
with that.
weird.
Or
Somebody's
like,
stalking somebody, and I can't figure it out who it is.
It's Nick.
Are you a stalker of ja? Duh. Going to be
It's not bad until it becomes creeping somebody. Stalking
Yeah,
is
that's
like
true.
normal
That's right.
now. It's like when you see somebody, you go straight to Facebook and just kind of look them up. Who is this? What is
so when I had the Oculus and I went on to the Google Earth where you could walk down the streets of places anywhere on Earth, and I was like standing in front of your house and Brandon's house, is that the creepy stalking?
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, I remember that.
That's really freaking creepy,
That is
Nick.
creepy.
That's kind of cool though.
And because you brought that up, I have to say, whenever you talk, you look like a mime. It's pretty cool.
What?
Y'all watch him. Just moving on. Why is your bottle in a like gun holster? I've been watching
I'd
that
rather-
the whole
Hang on.
night. I'm like,
I'd
that
rather
dude
it be
is
there
ready.
than how he held it the other day. Or
It's
the
like a
other week.
six sipper. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. Mine's doing what it's supposed to, sitting on my desk.
Same.
But hey, whatever.
Holster it.
Holster that shit.
Should that be a T-shirt?
Yeah, it could be. Y'all gotta buy our stuff. We got stuff.
I'm
So
buying
if-
those leggings.
So you ought
You
to
gotta get
text,
the leggings.
you ought to
I
text
am.
Brandon and say, so we're holding off the show until you get ready. We're gonna wait for you.
We're sitting here waiting. We're on Zoom. We've
Yeah.
been waiting 2 hours. Where are you?
Technically, it's not a lie. I mean, we're still here. Get there as soon as you
That's
can,
true.
man. We got an awesome show lined up.
And
18 hours later.
Tell him we got Epstein coming on.
Oh,
You know, there's a rumor now going around.
there's always
Okay.
rumors.
He actually isn't dead.
oh,
Rumor has it.
Rumor has it. I just thought I'd bring that up as a
Mhm.
comical thing, but could you imagine if that was true?
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm sitting there. I'm thinking about that too. Like,
Hmm.
Just-
Well, you've
I
seen
mean,
where they've been saying that. Which one was it? The challenge. Which one was it? The Challenger
Ted
that blew up
hey, Brandon.
in the 80s. Remember the space shuttle
Mexican.
went off? They had a teacher and all them on it. It went and then blew up in the sky.
Oh, you talking about Challenger?
That's what I said. I said, which Challenger was it?
It was just Challenger, wasn't it?
Anyways, do you remember
Was
that?
Yes.
You see where they're
Was
saying
not that far from where I live.
the people, they're saying that their people aren't really dead, and they show them
Yes, they have
running up
doubles
on
and all
them.
that. Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Yep. I think there's some validity to it. I really do. So me and my girls and my dad, we took a trip down to the museum they have. I can't remember what town it's in Texas, Southeast Texas. Anyway, it's in the same area that all the majority of the pieces fell, right, when that happened. And they built the museum. They've got this really cool setup about all that. And the curator or director of the museum, she was the only one there when we were there. and we were walking through. She was giving us a personal. It was pretty cool. Normally they don't give tours, but she was bored, and we were there, small group, and she was telling us all about this and all that, and had a little video you could watch. I think it was like 10 minutes long, and we were walking out, and she basically was like, "Now you went through all this, you learned something. We ended up buying the Challenger books because the girls are interested in it, and they've read it." And then she's like, "So you went all through all this, and would it really blow your mind if I told you I didn't think that any of them actually died in that? Like they were not even on the shuttle." And we're like, "Really?" She said, "Maybe." And that's all she said. That's the first
Oh
time
my
I heard that.
gosh.
Wow.
And now she's just a small town, works at the museum kind of thing. Not like she really knows, but you got to imagine being around that topic as much as she is, people coming in and out of there with the information that the rumor mill, right? And you start going down rabbit holes and finding this little piece of information is true, this little thing is true. I'm just saying. Sometimes conspiracy has some validity to it. That's all I'm saying.
I find it interesting, and it's a good thing, but then you got to wonder, maybe they don't know, but shit falls out of the sky and it never lands where it's hitting anybody.
Maybe it does, but the people it hit them so hard I can't remember.
That's crazy true.
I'm saying it hit them so hard that it obliterated them, and they just don't know, and they think he's just missing.
Mhm.
But seriously, like, there's shit. The Challenger blows up. Parts are falling. Planes crash. Anything that comes down
Well,
and it
I mean,
never manages to hit somebody.
I can't remember. I want to say there was a couple injuries with that incident on the ground.
Really?
Yeah, I'll have to. Don't quote me on that. I have to. It's been a while. It's been God. It's been 5 years we went to that museum. So 5 or
Well,
6.
going back to the small town talk, how in a small ass town have you ever heard people with some weird things? Like where I was down in Virginia, I was in a very small town. Had a buddy that my mom was with that farmed pigs and had tobacco. I helped him pull the tobacco. And all those people in the town had weird, like, for instance, they did not believe a lot of crap, but they did believe that, like, stupid things like fireflies come from earthworms. The earthworms turn into fireflies.
I've never heard that.
What? I have never heard that.
I've never heard that either.
That's the only place I ever heard it with these people there.
Never heard
They
that
swore
before.
Hmm.
Huh. Jinx. I mean, I kind of see what you're saying. I mean, for me, it's more like I guess it's wives' tales in small towns.
it. Yeah, like little.
Country bumpkin areas where they've just been raised with, this is actually true. But for example, you put a peppermint in a small glass of whiskey and drink that, it'll cure what ails you. It really does. But when you're young, you don't know. Like, you want me to drink alcohol to get better? Okay, cool, I'll do that. Even though it's probably a wives' tale, but it's not. It actually works. Things like that. I can't think of any, but I know there was some growing up.
Well,
Like
if you want to
the
talk,
bags of water over a doorway will keep mosquitoes out. Or
Hmm.
flies. Is it flies? It's flies.
It's like a penny in a bag, isn't it?
I don't know. See, I've never heard that. It
Yeah,
depends
you put
on
a
where you're
penny in
from.
a bag and hang it up.
Maybe in where you're from, majority was what, Tennessee. So maybe in Tennessee, hey, you have to have a penny. You have to pay them or something. And maybe the penny in the bag, the water will amplify Abe Lincoln's face, and it
Yeah.
scares them. It's like some kind of big.
Yeah, that's what it is.
ugly dude.
I could see that.
I could too.
Well,
He's not
there's
very
a
attractive,
thing that's supposed to be true. I don't know if it's a specific pine. I have to remind myself. It's been so long since I remember it. But there's a pine tree that oozes, like when it saps, and it ends up oozing this white stuff, and you can take it off and roll it in a ball and take it, and it's like an aspirin. It's a natural aspirin.
Do you think of yourself like a stupid idiot when you don't remind yourself? Like, do you really hard on yourself when you forget to remind yourself? Or do you forget so much you don't even remember to remind yourself of it, and you forget to be mean to yourself?
What the hell are you talking about? What? Oh my
I mean,
god.
Fucking
inquiring
love
minds want to
him.
know. You said you remind yourself, but then if you don't remind yourself, you'll be upset. But would you remember to be upset because you forgot that? You might as well. You probably forgot to remind you. I mean,
You're giving me a headache, Farris.
sucks, doesn't it? I figured that'd be a good
Unbelievable.
little exit comment because we're about out of time.
Wow, that was quick.
Jimmy said hi.
Jimmy.
Hi, Jimmy.
Jimmy, what the? Wait a minute, Jimmy. Why would you use your God-given name? You're crazy. Whatever.
I'm losing brain cells.
Yeah. It's
Look,
working.
Jimmy. Jimmy.
It's working.
Jimmy, I'm trying to hurt Nick's brain here. I think it's working. Oh, is yours hurting too, Jimmy? Cool.
You're killing everybody's
done.
brain. Today
Well, that's
on
what we
Coast
get.
to Coast, we're going to melt brain cells.
This is what we get for not having a game plan and a guest.
Well, we kind of
Right.
did, but our guest couldn't make it, and then Brandon had a problem, and everything just
Yeah.
crashed. So we're just trying to throw something together.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate it. See, this is why I don't want to be a fill-in host. I'd rather be a guest host because I feel like fourth
What?
string.
No,
Yeah,
First.
fourth string.
we had some fun last season when you were joining constantly because Brandon was never there.
You were
True.
faking it.
You,
Oh,
I know you were. You were faking it.
Don't fake it, Nick.
mm-mm.
don't fake
It's
it,
the
Nick.
worst.
Nick, don't fake it, buddy.
If I'm lying,
It's
I'm
all right.
crying, and I ain't shed a tear.
He had more passion probably when he turns his head and calls for an exam. That's bullshit.
Bow, 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 bow.
Golly.
Lord have mercy.
Oh,
Eh,
shoot.
So here's a question. If you go to the doctors and you need to be checked, whether it's a checkup or whatever, do you have a preference? Do you not want a lady? Do you not want a man doctor? Like,
I'm not old enough for this question yet. Seriously, I've actually talked to my wife about this topic. You know, when I get to that age where I have to have certain things done, I've told her, I don't know. I would feel kind of, I don't know. Is there a home test I could do? I mean, can you be trained to do it? I don't know. It just,
well,
if they could PCR home test COVID, I think you could check prostate at home too. I mean, why not?
Just go with the women. They got smaller hands.
There can't be much in there to identify as being wrong.
I think about it, and it struck me today because I was sitting with Linda
is there a
before I
Hot
came
Wheels
back
car in
out
there?
here, and she turned on Home Improvement. And it was an episode where he was supposed to get checked up. He was going to get talked to about getting a vasectomy. And then he found out it was a lady doctor doing it, and he was like, "A woman," and it made me think. And I'm like, being a man, a heterosexual man. I mean, a doctor's a doctor, but if I had a preference, would I want a man touching me? It's weird.
Okay, so here's two sides of this. Okay, on one hand, if you prefer a woman, then it could be construed as a
Jimmy, I should.
sexual safe goat kind of thing, a safe, what do you call it, choice, because it's the opposite sex, right?
Right.
If you choose a man, then your only rationale in my mind would be that he knows how much pressure to apply because he freaking knows how much to apply. You know, he's a dude too. This is not natural, but it has to be checked this way. You get what I'm saying? So
I
in
do.
a way, I don't know, dude.
The problem,
like I said, I'm not old enough for that decision yet.
and a big part of the problem is you don't know with the man if he's strictly professional or if somewhere in his head he's enjoying that.
Okay, look, if I have to, look,
Gross.
I'm gonna stop you right
Whereas-
there. If I have to choose, if a man has to do it, he better be Oriental because the fingers are much smaller.
I can't with you, dude.
I mean,
If
you
it's a
can't
female
ask for
doctor,
a little
she's
person
enjoying it,
because
that's
they have
fine.
sausage fingers too. So that doesn't work.
Mm-hmm. I got a finger of a woman.
Jimmy, wait. One or two, Jimmy. One or two. You do two. If you do two, you can cover both hemispheres at one time. Just saying.
Jesus.
Jimmy's probably the one that, like I talked on one podcast where I said I heard the easiest way to clean is to put the toilet paper on your finger and go up. And
Oh God.
Didn't
probably
they
wipes
say
okay.
something about that? What was that movie? Patch Adams. Didn't they say something about that in that movie with Robin Williams?
I
Or
don't
am I thinking of
remember.
another one he was in?
Love that movie.
You talked about cleaning into his?
Yes, that was brought up in a movie. I can't remember which one. It was something with Robin Williams, though. That's what I'm thinking. That's what's coming to my mind when it said that. I don't know. Maybe it was Mork and Mindy.
That would be weird.
Nanu.
Nanu. I used to.
Ashley don't know. Hell, Randy may not even know nothing about that.
Randy's
know.
younger than me.
Y'all, neither one of y'all know anything about Mork and Mindy.
I don't.
Mork and Mindy.
Nanu. Google it while you have time.
Mark and
Google it while
Mindy.
Google's still Googleable.
Google.
I just made up a word, Nick. You like it? Scale to
Did
1
you?
to 10. Google.
Googleable.
It did not make the dictionary.
It kind of feels cool saying it. Googleable.
Googleable. Oh,
See?
I do like it.
Take a couple shots of
Googleable.
bourbon and try it again.
It sounds like a turkey saying Google.
It does. Googleable. Okay, we fell off the rails a long time ago.
Wow.
Yeah, we did.
Well, all I got to say to y'all out there, we're sorry about this episode. We did what we could do. Seriously, like, subscribe, comment. I know it might be hard to do this time around, but give it a whirl. Check out the description.
Buy
We got
some
stuff
leggings.
down there.
Yeah, buy some leggings.
Oh, now you're eating
Mm.
see.
Is it cotton candy? Oh, I see.
Last question, quick. So when you eat a cookie like that, do you always just eat wherever, or do you always go head first or feet first?
Plead the fifth. That was a loaded
He switches
question.
it up.
There is no way.
Dodging that one, huh? All right.
I
Well,
mean, I went head first on that bite, but
Farris
normally though,
cookie and-
normally I would actually take out the legs and the arms so they can see it happen.
Oh,
damn.
just got
I go
dark.
for the Y.
Of course you do.
Woo!
Have we gotten have we gotten age restricted yet on TikTok?
No, you know what I did today? Because I was looking I was trying to figure out the string key thing earlier, and then when I was looking in the settings, it had an option of just not letting people under 18 come to that, so I just turned that on.
Oh, okay.
Kind of cool.
That's right.
I really wish there was a way you could actually find out why these things occur. Like a database you can go
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Somebody like Jimmy Wayne would have like a list of infractions that would be reminiscent of. I don't know. how to build
Don't
a
say
space
this. You
Or
did this.
Jimmy
shuttle.
Wayne
Step by
have
step, build a NASA satellite. That's the list.
Jimmy Wayne would have a bucket list of all the rules he wants to break.
He would.
I can
That's
see that.
true.
He would. He not only would have a bucket list, he'd have different buckets prioritized and different lists in each bucket.
This bucket's full of the ones it'd be cool to do. This bucket, we are freaking doing.
How
it.
can I offend you, Bucket?
But like line groups, he would
Hello,
just
bucket.
leave them all.
He would leave them.
Right.
He'd do all the work and hell with this. I'm going to drive a truck.
I'm gone. And with that, we're
We
gone.
love you, Jimmy Wayne. He said should have called him. We should have
Yeah.
called him. Should have called him. Yeah.
Should have called him bucket.
Well,
I mean, technically, he knows we do this every Thursday. At
He
the
wouldn't
same
answer.
time.
He wouldn't have.
I mean, we did have him set up for one show, and he blew us off.
We actually thought about it, Jimmy, but Ashley said you probably had a migraine.
While watching soccer.
Migraine.
Football.
Oh, God.
Golf.
Football.
Football.
Golf clap.
With
Golf
that,
clap.
go Bills. Finally going to win a Super Bowl.
Did you say Bills or Bills?
Bills. The
49ers.
Bills.
Bills. It's gonna be 49ers. I'm
No,
telling
it's
you.
not.
Yes, it will.
Coast to coast bet.
It's 49ers year.
49ers are going to get schlocked.
Yep. I really don't. Honestly, I don't care. I think I want to go for whoever has like the best story.
The Bills.
I'm gonna look up the center of every team. And
How
do a
could the Bills
background check.
not have the best story? For one, they haven't won one
I
yet.
don't care. I'm gonna pick one person. It's not gonna be the quarterback, receiver, none of these offensive
two-
people that get all the recognition. I'm gonna go to the water boy on each team and find out what his life's been like and root for him.
I love that idea.
The water boy.
Yeah. No, forget the water boy. The guy that does the little divot stuff on the field. I'm gonna check out his background.
Oh,
Like on an actual field when he puts the little grass clumps back in the
you
field.
know what they did here when the snow hit Buffalo? They were paying anybody $20 an hour to go to the stadium and shovel the field.
Really?
You know, you
That's
could have
kind of cool.
you could have said, "I'll do it for free if you let me a four wheeler get in there." You could have some fun on that field.
Oh man, that would be great.
Shoot.
Yeah.
You'd be like,
Linda did a video of me using a snowblower, but it was blurry. She didn't do it right. And then when I drove past her, she didn't even follow me.
I just pictured Nick starting at the end zone on one end and getting about the 70-yard line, and the quarterback just nail him on the back of the head, knock him off that four.
Why is that what you think?
I don't know why I pictured that. It's like a Forrest Gump meets MMA fighting.
What
A
the?
beard tumbling through the snow.
quarterback contest.
Is
at
that
the
a
Pro Bowl.
tumbleweed? No, it's Nick.
I
don't
tell
know,
you
man.
what, and do nothing to me. This head takes a beating.
As Brandon would say. And on that note,
And
like,
on that
subscribe, share. Yes,
note, all those things. There you go.
Join the line chat group, Coast to Coast line chat group. Download line. You have to do that first.
You have to
obviously.
pay attention and start listening to us. We got some big things happening.
Yep. And if you don't know how to do the line app, message us here. Send us a comment. We'll hook you up. Tell you how to do it. Pretty simple.
Super simple.
What else? We got the stuff, all that good stuff coming up. Different what was the other thing we have to say?
Damn.
Mind blank. Gone.
Like,
Too late.
He's like, I don't know either.
Thank you, Mommy Bay, for all the support that you do. We appreciate you. And with that,
oh.
Be good, people.
later.